Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Thanks, Bradley. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the auction of Greenoaks. My name is Carl Warren of Topex Roma, and on behalf of Cyril Close and myself, we'd like to welcome you and thank you for joining us online. I'd like to thank our vendors, Chris and Nolene Francis, for entrusting the marketing and auction of Greenoaks to Topex Roma, and we wish them all the best going forwards in their future endeavours. As per the contract, ladies and gentlemen, the vendor's solicitor is Roger Ferrier Law of Roma, and Roger has prepared the contract for today's auction. It has been available for your perusal, and all interested parties have had a read through that auction contract and have done so. Today's auction may be a COVID-19 enforced format. However, it's still run as a traditional auction, ladies and gentlemen. You have all agreed to the terms and conditions of auctioning by registering today with Elite Livestock Auctions, and we thank Elite Livestock Auctions for the use of their platform. You have been given a unique bidder's number when you registered online, and that number will be used and displayed throughout the auction today as it's run through. No different to using a bid card system in an open auction room. If you have any issues with today bidding online, we do have a couple of phone numbers available. You can call Cyril Close on 0428 222 308. That's 0428 222 308. Or Topex Australia on 4622 7077. If you need that number throughout the auction, you'll see it behind me. If you are the successful purchaser at today's auction upon the fall of the hammer, you are required to execute the contract. A 10% deposit is required, and the settlement will be 42 days from the date of contract. With relationship to the contract, there's only two clauses that I'd like to bring to your attention today. That is Clause 12, Early Access for Livestock. Upon signing the contract and the payment of the deposit, the buyer shall be able to depasture a reasonable number of stock and assessed by the seller in paddocks on the property as designated by the seller. No charge for adjustment shall be made to the seller provided the buyer completes and executes the contract. In the event that the buyer fails to complete the contract for any reason other than the default of the seller, the buyer shall, within 7 days of written notice from the seller, remove the livestock from the property, and payment to the seller of a commercial rate for adjustment for the period during the livestock were depastured pursuant to the provision. The buyer shall be entitled to the use of the stockyards and the property for the purpose of unloading and handling livestock, provided that is given reasonable prior notice to the seller. Prior to completion, the buyer shall be able to enter onto the paddock and property for the purpose of checking the state and condition of the livestock. The livestock shall be at the risk of the buyer while they are depastured pursuant to the provisions, and the seller shall not be liable for any loss or damage incurred by the buyer while the livestock are depastured. Prior to the buyer taking livestock onto the property under the clause, the buyer must, at their own cost and expense, obtain and keep a full effect with a reputable insurer and provide a certificate to the currency of the seller for the following insurances: public risk, public liability insurance to operate for the buyer on the land, and the policy will be written on a comprehensive basis with limits of not less than $20 million per occurrence. And workers' compensation insurance for all employees of the buyer. So pretty straightforward, that one, early access. And then the clause 25 is the V-Gate Collaboration Area Management Group, or the exclusion fence. The seller discloses that the area, and they are a member of the V-Gate Collaboration Area Management Group Incorporated, the association, and the association has entered into collaboration area management control with the Maranoa Regional Council, called the Fencing Agreement. The seller agrees at settlement they will terminate their membership of the association effective on the settlement date, and the buyer agrees prior to settlement date to sign the deed of assignment and agree the following settlement of the contract to release and indemnify the seller in relation to the liability under the terms of the fencing agreement. So that's the two, ladies and gentlemen. The rest of the contract's very straightforward as per a usual auction contract. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we offer for sale Greenoaks. Here is a property with potential and diversification. Greenoaks is 5,098 hectares or 12,599 acres of freehold, lush, soft feed suited to beef, sheep, wool or goat production. Located 65 kilometres from Mitchell, 25 kilometres to Dunkeld, or less than 150 kilometres to Roma, with markets for the Roma Sayards being the largest livestock selling centre in the Southern Hemisphere. Comprising soft melon-hole country and Gilguys, Brigalow and Balar country with an abundance of buffel, that fantastic PMAV with over 98% Category X, that wonderful exclusion fencing giving you security and preservation of feed for the months ahead with safety from feral animal control, and a second defence with the boundary fences being 900 hinge joint with a top barb. Ladies and gentlemen, I offer for auction today Greenoaks. Do I see an opening bid from the floor? Is there an opening bid, ladies and gentlemen? Is there 2.2? Do we see an opening bid, ladies and gentlemen, of 2.2 million? Is there 2.2? Wonderful improvements. Over 20 mils of rain in the district in the last couple of days. And is there 2.2? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll open the bidding at 2 million with a vendor's bid. And a bid of 2 million. $2 million now. 2 million, bid of a two, bid 2 now. $2 million. And a bid 2 million only for Greenoaks. And a bid 2 million. $2 million. And a bid $2 million for Greenoaks. Soft red country. The Currajong box country with soft sandalwood. Lovely, soft, improved pastures running through. Buffel from wall to wall. Freshly painted 4-bedroom home with stunning established gardens, air conditioned, and that L-shaped veranda, giving you an ideal place for a cuppa in the morning or a beverage in the afternoon, whichever you so desire. And a bid of $2 million. A bid 2 million. 2 million, bid of a two, bid 2 now. And a bid $2 million only. 2 million for Greenoak. Ladies and gentlemen, a bid 2 million. $2 million now. Is there any bid or increase from the floor? A bid 2 million. New steel panel cattle yards with an easy 6-way draft from the front of the crush, including scales. Watered by those wonderful dams, 9 dams, 26,000 gallon tank, 50 mil pipe throughout to the troughs. And a bid of 2 million. $2 million. A bid 2. 2 million, bid of a 2, bid 2 now. And a bid 2 million, ladies and gentlemen, for Greenoaks. Do I see any increase? Is there an increase, ladies and gentlemen? Bid 2 million. 2 million. 2 million. Do I see 2.1? Is there 2.1, ladies and gentlemen? 2.1. If there's any issues with bidding, don't forget you can call the number behind me. And a bid of 2 million. $2 million now. 2 million. Bid of a 2, bid 2, bid 2 now. $2 million. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if we don't see any increments across the board, we will have to continue and talk to our vendors. Is there any increase? $2 million. 2 million. Is there 2.1? Do I see 2.1, ladies and gentlemen? 2.1 from the floor. Is there 2.1? That represents exceptional great value, ladies and gentlemen. Less than $166 an acre. Is there 2.1? 2.1 million anyway. Do I see 2.1? 2.1 million. Bradley, we might just back it back to 50,000. I won't come under that, ladies and gentlemen. Is there an increase of 50,000? Is there 2.05? Do I see 2.05? 2 million and 50. Do I see any bid, any offer? A reminder that if it's passed into the successful purchaser, you do have first right of refusal. If we have no bids, it is open slaver to all those interested parties. Do I see 2 million and 50? 2 million and 50. Any bid, any offer? Ladies and gentlemen, over 20 mils, wall-to-wall feed, over 800 LSU since it's been depastured of livestock. abundance of feed ready to go into the season. You've got the cattle market at the heights that we've never seen before, and interest rates as low as they've been on record. Do I see $2 million and 50? Is there $2,050 anywhere going forwards? $2 million and 50. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just bear with me. We'll consult the vendors and go from there. Well, thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. I'll open it up again at $2 million and 50. Is there an offer of $2 million and 50? Current bid of $2 million, a vendor's bid at $2 million. Ladies and gentlemen, do we see any increase for the first calling? Reminder that if it is passed in for you, you have the first right of refusal. If not, it does go to the open market. All those improvements and abundance of feed, ladies and gentlemen, wall to wall, that exceptional PMAB of 98% plus, Category X, and a bid $2 million, $2 million only, $2 million, bid of 2, bid 2 now, $2 million only, an increase of 50,000 only. Is there $2 million and 50? $2 million and 50. Is there $2 million and 50? Well, first call, ladies and gentlemen, $2 million and 50. Second call, $2 million and 50. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close the auction. A bid, $2 million and $50 from South Brisbane, 6067. A reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if it is passed into you, you do have the first right of refusal. Those people exclusively are spoken to. Anyone else running second or third will have to wait in line. This is your opportunity now. And a bid $2 million and 50. The next one will be 2.1. $2 million and 50 at 6067 in South Brisbane. $2 million and 50. A bid $2 million only and 50. 2.05. 2.05. Do I see 2.1? That represents less than $166 an acre, ladies and gentlemen. And a bid $2 million and 50. $2 million and 50. Bit of a 50. Bit of a $2 million and 50 only. Next one 2.1. $2 million and 50. $2 million and 50 only at 6067 in Brisbane. And reminder, first right of refusal. And a bid $2 million and 50. $2 million and 50. 2.05. Ladies and gentlemen, do we see any increase? 2.05. $2 million and 50. Next one's 2.1. $2 million and 50. $2 million and 50 in Brisbane. That lovely, freshly painted, renovated house with those immaculate gardens. Concrete shed, 6-car garage. And a bid $2 million and 50. $2 million and 50. 2.05. And a bid $2 million and $50 only. A bid $2 million and 50. Who'd like to make it 2.1? 2,050,000. 2,050,000. 2,050,000 first call. 2,050,000 second call. Over 20 mils of rain around the district in the last couple of days. Abundance of feed, 800 LSU and more, ladies and gentlemen. Since the fence has been completed only last year, that hasn't been tested. You've got feed now secure. And a bid 2,050,000. Second call, 2,050,000. Well, ladies and gentlemen, would you like a 25? I'll give you the chance before we go, but we are on the second call of 2,050,000. If it's passed in to 6067, they will have the first right of refusal. A bid 2,050,000 is an increase of 25,000. I won't come below that. Is there 2.075? 2,050,000. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're on the second call of 2,050,000. Third and final call, ladies and gentlemen, of 2,050,000. Before I approach the vendor, the bid 2,050,000. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on the third call. Bear with me. I'll talk to the vendor, and I'll be back. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll offer the third and final call for Greenoaks. The bid $2,050 with an increment of 25,000. If you would like the first right of refusal, you must be the winning bidder if you are passed into. That makes sense. 2,050,000 with 6067 in South Brisbane, and the bid $2,050, an increment of 25,000 is all we're asking. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the third and final call. A bid $2,050,000. Third and final call. Closing. I'll pass it in to 6067 in South Brisbane for $2,050,000. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us online today. On behalf of Cyril Close and myself and the vendors, we'd like to thank you. On behalf of Top-X Roma, we'd like to thank our vendors for entrusting the marketing of Greenoaks with us today. We wish you all the very best going forwards. Good luck. Thank you.
damn sure wanna be. Working like a dog all